must pay homage to him.
Hey everyone, if I ask you to think about a kids game or one intended for families, a lot of you would think of stuff like Splatoon, like the kind of game that any person can play because of the appealing art style and simple gameplay. However, there seems to be a special breed of people that can take those sort of games and get insanely obsessed with it. With the slightest annoyance, will just flip the ape switch in their head and make them go ballistic. Meanwhile, you just have the background footage of a very simple game that honestly just looks like fun. Thankfully, there's this guy today that fits that exact description, and he isn't super well known, but I feel like that makes it better because it's like a diamond in the rough where you get to see all of his numerous streams in the past, or whatever remains, because he tends to get so angry that he punches his desk, which leads the stream to disconnect. So if you choose to watch this guy after this video, I hope you enjoy staring at a screen that just says no signal.
Meet the world's angriest Splatoon player.
Give me a break! Jesus Christ!
Dude, it's just Splatoon, calm down.
Points! Stop trolling! Nagito
What
and
mic does he
Roy,
use?
ban him!
There he is. Oh my god. Oh, he uses a blue Yeti, my god. It sounded so bad I really could not tell if he had like a good mic or just the cheapest mic he found like some dump site.
Numerous times a week, never failing to have a freak out after losing. But I'm getting way ahead of myself. Because though present-day Sean is very interesting...
You know, it's a good song when we have a fat streamer on screen.
In the year of 2015, a game called Splatoon was released, to much critical and fan acclaim. Though the game was mainly geared towards kids, it also developed a very dedicated fan base who would take ranked matches very seriously. Putz was
That was a good setup for a competitive game. A competitive game that has this guy breaking his desk every stream.
It was during one of these tournaments that Putz's legendary rage became first known to the public. When one of his teammates...
See, that's the funny thing. He looks so average, but then you see clips of him like getting angry where he snaps his monitor in half, and you're like, what does he have hidden in his mind that brings his barbaric rage out of him?
Substitute for Putz's team. This poor little girl did not know what she was getting into, because after losing the match, Putz proceeded to have a meltdown, specifically targeting this child with many insults, telling her things like she was worthless and would never be good at the game, including many expletives. She couldn't take it and started...
There's nothing funny than a guy calling a little girl or a little boy, whatever, worthless. So heavy.
On the equipment, which was almost damaged during his episode. Putz would be kicked out of the tournament, and I have never heard of him attending another one again. But this would not be the end of his competitive Splatoon journey, because for years he would play in online ranked matches, where players compete head-to-head for points.
Why would Splatoon have ranked matches? It really does not seem that competitive that you have to make your own like separate group of people that really want to, grind out the game.
Streaming them to his YouTube, he cemented himself as the world's angriest Splatoon player, if not one of the angriest gamers of all time.
It's way funnier when there's footage of like just a very kid-friendly game in the background, but then you hear some guy sounding like, yeah, he's just killing someone in the background.
I just needed one! Pass me a clam! Stop banking and move up, you motherfucker! Stop banking and move up, you motherfucker! Stop banking and move up, you motherfucker!
What?
Stop banking and move the fuck up!
I wish I played Splatoon, so I know what the you're talking about.
Jesus Christ! We lose again? Keep throwing piece of shit! Move! Move!
See, you're a real pussy if you break your monitor for Warzone. You have to be passionate about that mini-map that shows how much color's on the area.
Again, goddammit! Oh my god! These fuckers are trash!
As I'm sure you've noticed by some of these clips, Putz is very fond of blaming his teammates for all of their losses. Now, I don't know much about Splatoon, so I consulted the subreddits to see if Putz was actually a good player, and the general consensus is that he is terrible, making it even more ironic that his reactions are this intense. Putz will get so angry at his teammates.
See, that's the thing. That's the one dividing factor. That's the one dividing factor that stops you from feeling bad for them. Because if it was any other game, that passion, that anger would not be lost. So you can't. There's no hope for them to get better
until they eventually lose. The very same thing that he rages out over and accuses them of. It is always either his teammates' fault or the game's fault. I have never seen him take accountability for a loss once. Another thing to note is
I want to see him show clips of him being happy that he won. He might be a very jubilous person when he wins the match.
Putz is screaming at these people. He's literally doing nothing. Well, that is until he starts slamming his desk in rage.
I like how in the background it's so bright. Like it looks like the Terminator 2 ending where a nuke goes off.
Fists onto the table, Jordy Jordan style. He slams his fists so hard, in fact, that his computer monitor loses signal from his console, creating now what is one of the most infamous memes in the Putz community, no signaling. Now, based on just how intense that event is, you would think that it's a rare thing, but this happens all the time, resulting in wonderful clips like these.
You're not in a position to make a shot, you're not in a position to make a shot, and your other fucker are dead!
Ooh, watch it. There's no way there's a fan that got hooked into him for the gameplay.
Tired of this Camera broke. Camera officially broke. They ran into
The voice is so unique. Sounds so childish.
Oh my god! Jesus Christ, dude! No! No! Ah! Now my fucking soda spilled! Coda, please. God damn it. I'm having a really bad fucking day. I don't want to pander to your fucking low signals.
Oh, here he goes. Oh, he patted through it. He lied.
No signal more time.
It's so, like, cheap streamers with, like, the cheapest equipment they found at Walmart is so beautiful and authentic. In the 70s, you had porn directors that would like waste all their money to shoot one really good movie, like the Amazon rainforest. But now, filmmaking, I'm gonna call it film, I don't care. It's expanded so much that anyone like him could just like broadcast whatever gameplay they want to show and just spread it across the world. Like, it's one of those things where he seems like a friend you know in high school that he seems normal, but then you go to his house one day and he has like 20 holes in his wall. He keeps on breaking them over like just a game, and he always breaks the controller as well, that he has to like ask for his parents for money to buy another one. But thankfully with streaming, you can watch that with like the metaphorical riot shield of the internet being like thousands of miles away, so you can just laugh at him breaking his
times than I can count. And when he began to receive donations, people would even start to demand a no signal for money. Putz would deny them until he
did go easy on a burrito.
Did it on his own, or
he's eating the tin foil.
So lightning quick that one time he even smashed a fly. You would think that screaming at his teammates and slamming on his desk would be enough to sate Putz's rage. But for Putz12, enough is never enough. And after losing a match, blaming it all on his teammates, he will block every single one of them on his Nintendo.
That's so fun. The fact that this game plays all on a Nintendo Switch, that's so gold.
There's no latency that can actually fucking do what the fuck he just did.
He's definitely one of those people that forces grandma to get Ethernet installed in the house just to play the games faster.
This might have accidentally been the first person to discover.
Well, I want to go back because he showed the game menu. I know. Oh my god, he has 2,500 hours on Splatoon 2. Not even the first one, the second one. So pretty
Might
dedicated.
have accidentally been the first person to discover that Nintendo
It's one of those things
actually
where,
had a limit
like,
on
you
how
see a
many
game and you don't care about it,
blocks
but someone, like,
hidden
treats it like the
away
goddamn Bible, where they play it every single day.
proceed to then unban everybody just so that he can ban more people. He has complained to Nintendo dozens of times over the block list, even calling them on one of his streams, capturing what might be his most iconic moment to date. This poor Nintendo employee.
Oh, please tell me it's like a Japanese woman that speaks no English, please.
20-ish minutes. The levels of patience displayed by this customer service rep are godly. Putz absolutely lays into him for problems that he has no control over. This is just a guy simply doing his job, but Putz is sitting there blaming him for every problem Splatoon has. And so many problems that Splatoon doesn't even have. Putz just perceives it that way because he's...
To be fair, I demand, or I would expect some customer support guy to learn developing and fix the errors in the game.
Let me get the notes pulled up here. What can I help you with today?
Well, I was on hold for 46 minutes to get a hold of you, so that was amazing.
Yeah, we are extremely busy right now. I apologize for that. So what can I help you with?
So
They're all busy with fat guys complaining about Splatoon 2.
Everything about Nintendo at the moment, so yeah. To get started, your online system, the pay for online is complete trash.
Yeah.
Like complete trash. I'm a Splatoon 2 streamer and actually a pretty popular one at that.
Oh my
And the
god.
fact that
Turn off that
we
goddamn
had no
donation.
benefit of actual online services of any kind is absolutely ridiculous. And the fact that I can't block them, ban them, or anything.
Right, I've heard people complain about the online system, but what do you actually expect from some support guy living like 5 states away from whatever developing studio they have
But this
to make the
is not a
game?
fucking hand. And I'm so sick and tired of calling
I'm
in.
gonna have to ask you to stop swearing.
You're gonna have to ask me to stop swearing. I'm gonna have to ask you to please get this everything working correctly. Because this is just crazy about the harassment I'm having to deal with every time. And if you can't handle me swearing because I'm getting constantly harassed, then that's a goddamn problem.
That's okay.
Now, I am absolutely sick of being harassed online. I am sick of having no benefits for paying online services from either expanding my block lists, friend lists, and quality of service from the actual connections. Just latency, the horrible...
I swear I am going to have to end the call. Sure, I am
No,
gonna
fair
have to-
enough. I'm so glad it's one of those pussies that's a manager breathing down the throat, be like, you have to stay on the call, no matter if it's 2 hours. What does he actually expect? Like, does he want the support guy to actually make like some bug errors, to make some bug fixes? What can he actually do? At best, he can be like, okay, I'll put in a ticket for that. Let's leave it for dead.
I'm getting harassed with players online that have to come into my lobbies and intentionally lobby snipe me just to throw games. In Japan,
I know he's that
they
popular
don't
that
even give
people
a crap.
stay on lobbies just for him.
I understand your frustration with all this, and I will be making your comments available to to other departments to review.
2 other apartments,
and,
yeah, trash one.
I apologize you've been having such a disappointing time. I hope that in the
Good morning!
can help.
Sorry about that.
Pardon?
Sorry about that. Somebody subbed to me. It's my sub notification. I don't see the point.
I thought that was him actually like snapping for a second. Oh my god.
Good morning! God damn it, guys. Yeah, I just don't see it. There's just nothing.
Oh,
happening.
Nintendo, nice.
Like, doesn't require
It's gonna
much
happen again, look.
room for... Good morning! It doesn't require much room for the system storage or any information to be done, so I don't see why there's a limitation on that to begin with.
I don't see
should
now.
not be.
This guy home screen is actual cancer. Splatoon 2, Season 5 Fortnite, and some anime game right there. Like, not even the full game, like a trial version.
Yeah, buddy, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you.
Good morning!
They're gonna keep going.
Pardon me?
This is really bad.
Pardon me?
I can see that you're streaming right now.
Yep. I am
Oh, he
streaming.
knows, thank god. If that was me, I'd be like, am I actually being schizophrenic now? He's like changing voices, like volume out of nowhere.
Pretty distracting, and given the language, I am gonna
money!
for,
Just fucking load the
Guys,
volume.
quit subbing for a minute. Let me see if I can mute that.
Mark, you're making money, who cares?
He just ended the call!
Oh, wow.
I could not imagine calling a game company and asking them
The funny thing is, he looks like a customer support guy.
play as well as I thought I would.
Is he at a German festival eating bratwurst? Look, here's a sausage. You see a fat German boy on the right.
And to change the rules they did. In Splatoon 3, you can no longer block people, you can only report them, which Putz does probably more than any other Splatoon player in the game. I'm not even joking when I say he
Dude,
might
this video's making me sick. The grease dripping down his goddamn shirt they said for probably 5 years.
just because he doesn't like how well he played. I am not joking when I say that Putz has almost
I like how
single
he said earlier that he can't show any stream because he doesn't have a webcam. So the only footage he has is like RL streaming outside, but it's all just him like gorging food down.
mentioned, Putz is almost always referenced. The game doesn't even have a voice chat, which leads me to believe that this is almost single-handedly the Putz streams. But like I've said before, he will always blame...
Is he eating at a cafeteria? Every single food item he's had looks like the cheapest thing you could buy at like a good confectionery stand.
3 modes of the original Splatoon. The whole premise is that there is one device called the Rainmaker, and only one person can control it. It puts out a ton of ink, which goes well
Is
with
he gonna
the
get
whole
bad
round.
if he's bringing up like
Each
specific
team
game
is
items
fighting over the
that
Rainmaker
annoy
the
him?
whole round. Why I'm mentioning all of this is because it's Putz's favorite weapon. Why does he want it, you ask? Because it's overpowered. And there's only one of them during the entire round. Putz greedily hoards this device, and cannot stand it when anyone else uses it. Some of his most rage-filled moments come from him either losing the Rainmaker
Oh, boy.
or one of his teammates picking it up.
Before we put on the cinema real quick, it is funny like how whatever game you have, there's always like one thing you love. Like for me, I remember playing Battlefield 1 and always like staying on the deploy screen just to like play as a plane, you know. And the worst thing that could happen is maybe like you keep on pressing the deploy button as a plane, but someone like pressed it before you, so you can't really do it. I can already tell like he's gonna break his desk from the gameplay, which like. No, okay, I don't care if it's Splatoon 2 or whatever, but it's the fact like it's just like a normal game he's streaming on every single day. He probably does stream daily. Like someone like him doesn't have, you know, he might be living off benefits. I can't imagine this guy clocking in at some respectable job. Like this is probably the only money he makes. So I just don't get where all this anger is coming from. If it was like an actual competition with his money, money on the line, I would understand. But if it's just like a game you play every single day, then not only why are you getting so angry, but second of all, why even play at that point? Surely the stress and the blood vessel popping anger would make you just detest the game and never play it. There you go. Oh, I didn't even like smash his desk.
Man! Why did you throw so f***ing hard? Like, literally. Literally! You're getting 2/3 the map for half the f***ing game because we had a 6! You son of a bitch!
I should imagine that when the developers in Japan, in Nintendo, were making Nintendo Switch, this was the exact perfect image, target audience they wanted to make the console for.
Stop trolling! Stop trolling with everything you got!
He has a voice that they use in South Park, but they pitch it down to make it sound like Cartman.
They will not let me grab the f***ing Rainmaker! They will not let me grab it! They will not let me f***ing grab it!
Do those servers only have like, are they by region? Because I imagine like it's in North America, but I just saw someone with like a Japanese name. So the idea that they're both on the same team. I know, it's beautiful.
Despite his reactions to them claiming it. All of this has been going on for almost a decade now, and
decade?
nearly nothing has changed. Putz has behaved the exact same
Oh my
way
God, dude.
since Splatoon 1.
Dude, there are people that like are trying to find cancer and they haven't like made a lot of progress in 10 years.
In the spirit of Christmas, Putz will face cam up for an event that he calls Putz12, and it's a crazy thing to see him rage like this on camera, because then you can visualize how all the other
He does look like a
moments
mall
went as
Santa, to be honest.
To be honest, Putz12 is exactly what you'd expect.
He goes like Putz12, like Christmas, I think, and all he has is just like 2 gifts on the left and the bottom to reinforce that festive spirit.
27 fucking points! You assholes!
That footage looks like the Bjork Stalker suicide video.
God damn it! You game throwing pieces of shit! What the fuck are you doing? Fucking 2v1! He's right there to fucking support me! Not one fucking shot lets me die and then lets them go for fucking signal and lets them fucking get it! Without one fucking bit of resistance! Are you fucking kidding me? Are you actually fucking kidding me, you motherfucker? You can't game throw any fucking harder. You can't. You just can't.
But surprisingly, these are not the only times that he has appeared on camera. In fact, there are dozens of hours of that content that he has put on the internet himself. During my research, I came across something
His
that was
footage is
actually
disgusting.
pretty shocking. That
Also, he
was
looks like the
Sean
more
Mendes
embarrassing version of
had appeared
Queso.
on Season 7, Episode 9 of Man vs. Food. Putz is a
Oh, he's on
former
a show?
professional eater, and for this episode, he talked about a challenge that he had completed from a company called Egg Roll Inc., eating
Oh
a
my
dozen
God.
giant egg rolls in an allotted time
Egg rolls?
period. I've seen him compete.
He does not seem like the kind of guy to
competitions,
even like
taco
allow an egg roll in
contests,
his body.
burger contests, you name it. And I honestly think that is a better
Oh, it's a
form of
championship?
competition
Oh my
for Sean to be
God.
involved with.
Oh, it's
Because
peanut
after
butter
finishing
sandwiches,
an eating
God.
competition, you don't really have the energy to scream your lungs out at your other contestants. Man vs. Food would not be Sean's last brush with the camera, as he would also feature briefly in an Air-Rack video called I Brought 50
Air-Rack.
Competitive Eaters to a
Oh my
Buffet.
God,
Putz was
Air-Rack,
not
really?
only streaming to YouTube, but also
How do
uploading his
those two
competitive
flows, like streams,
when the world
cross?
needed him most, he vanished. 1 year ago, Putz stopped uploading to YouTube, but
Thank
Avatar
God.
used to side. He moved over to Twitch, where he still streams
no.
to this day. Putz12 is one of the reasons that competitive gameplay is so unappealing to me. Some people that you play will be this invested in that game. I think another prime example of this would
That
be
passion
Love
definitely
Your
goes into other
God
stuff
and
like
fighting
hentai games.
and
It has to.
PSP from Evo. It's players like these that make multiplayer so unpalatable to me.
Oh, he's in the
I would
hot
much
chip
rather
challenge,
play
oh.
Something like Zombies, or I guess a more current example.
Is that a jar of milk?
Helldivers 2,
Does he not have a
where
cup?
Everyone works together towards a common goal. But maybe that's just because I suck at playing the games. And that's all I have on Putz12 today, guys.
Oh my
Thank you
God.
so much for watching.
Jesus Christ, man, what a story. This is why I like these kind of videos, because there's such a good like introspective of like someone you would definitely see outside in public, but you just can't imagine what they do in their free time. And I want to call it free time, but he must be making some money, like a decent modicum a bit, to do this often. Because number one, he doesn't seem like the kind of person to enjoy streaming if he's like punching his desk with like holy order, just wanting to break it all the time. And two, he really does not seem that invested in the game to like actually care about it or be good at it. I mean, there were a couple of people that like subbed when he was talking to that guy, that poor guy in customer support. So he definitely does have like some kind of partnership set up which makes some money, but like that has to be like at least 10%. No, you know what? He probably spends all that money in other stuff than like actual stuff he needs, you know, at home. You know, people have a lot of ways to like earn their money, like, you know, going to the coal mines or, you know, selling the kidney. So I guess if this is his way of, you know, like ruining his self-respect for money, then I guess it's a decent amount. If he can like if he can pay for the bills, you know, I have to respect that a tiny bit. So tiny that it's basically nothing, but it's still, you know, a little.